There is a big difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament, and that is the New Testament God is really kind of a great guy. He is, especially when you compare him to the Old Testament God, who is a prick. I don't know what happened to God, over time, how he matured, if he went to an anger management class. Or maybe just the birth of a son calmed him down. But before he had the kid, holy fuck, he was out of control. All you gotta do is read the Old Testament. It's unbelievable. Look at Abraham, the first man to have faith in one God. And what does God do? Hey, Abraham, come here. Come here. Bring your kid. Let's barbecue him. Moses spends his life, crosses the desert with them, 40 years devoting to his people to get them out of Egypt, across the desert to the promised land. And God goes, hey, Mo, you're not getting in. Kiss my ass. Oh, there's a guy you want to work for. The reason that the Old Testament God is a prick was because the Old Testament is designed as a book to get the Jews to straighten up and fucking fly right. Because they were out of control. They were 10 hairs away from being baboons. And that's the point when I do that in the South, that you can hear the veritable fucking pin drop. Figure it out, okay? You watch Jerry Springer. That's what we're like now. Imagine what they were like then. They needed rules. They needed to know that marriage takes place between a man and a woman, because they were wandering into camp with camels going, I'm in love. I don't give a shit what you are. You can't marry a snapping turtle, asshole. But it's not good enough for our president that it's written in the Bible. He felt it was just an imperative that we have to put it in the Constitution, and so do many states. Because apparently we heterosexuals have reached a point we're so fucked up that we better write it down in case we forget who we're supposed to marry. It's unbelievable. It's in the book already. What, do you need to print it? Are you crazy? But in the midst of all of our problems, that was the most important thing to him. We have no energy policy, none whatsoever. We still don't have a good one. It's ridiculous. And if you ask, we're not going to have solar energy in my lifetime. Few people have it, but it should be something we all have. It's ridiculous. I'll take no flying cars, but solar energy? And if you ask your congressman why, he'll say, because it's hard. It's really hard. Makes me want to go poopy. You know why we don't have solar energy? Because the sun goes away each day and it doesn't tell us where it's going. We've got an educational system that's in the shitter. We've got a war going on. There's one thing after another. And what did our president think was important? Queers. That's what's important. But somehow, if we could stop the gays from getting married, everything else would turn out just fine. Everything would change. There'd be solar energy. The Sunnis and the Shiites would lay down their arms. He stopped the queers. I love you too. I believe that the reason that it's difficult for the gay community to be integrated into the society at large the way they should be is because there are no champions for them in Congress or in the White House. And that is the way every group of people has basically been integrated into the society. That's the way it works. Instead, you have people like Rick Santorum, a senator from Pennsylvania, who says things that he should think and shut his fucking mouth. Things like, you can go ahead and think it, that's fine, but you don't say aloud that homosexuality is a threat to the American family, because that's prejudice. That's complete and utter prejudice and ignorance on a level that is staggering at this point in time. It's very similar to the prejudice that the Jews faced when it was thought that during the first night of Passover that we would go into the Christian community and kidnap the firstborn of Christian families and kill it. And that, for those of you who don't realize, is bullshit. We would kidnap the child and make them work for us, and that's a big difference. Homosexuality is a threat to the American family? Are you kidding me? Well, how? No one ever explains it. How? It's not like there's a Jehovah's Witnesses of gaydom. Hi, we're here and we're queer. We're here and we're queer. I brought swatches. I brought swatches. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are a group of gay banditos who get into a van every day and wander from village to dell. And as night begins to fall, they go back into a suburban neighborhood, to that cul-de-sac where only one house stands. And in the window, a young American family is just setting down for their first meal. And these queers, don their black cloaks and hoods and matching pumps, very tasteful. And they charcoal up their faces and sneak up to that house and open the door and start fucking each other in the ass. And another American family is destroyed. We're also, we're here at the Warner Theater because originally we were to perform at the Kennedy Center. Hoo-hoo. And so the Kennedy Center thought that would be great, and then they saw the tape of my last HBO special. And they called up HBO and said, "Do you know how many times Mr. Black said fuck?" And they said no, and they went 42. That meant there was some asshole in an office somewhere in the bowels of the Kennedy Center watching my performance going, one fuck, two fucks. And they said that that kind of performance would not be a good representation of the center. And therefore, I could perform there. However, HBO could not say that I had performed there. I couldn't say it while I was on stage. They couldn't even show the front of the building. So I guess they wanted the show to be called Louis Black Live from fucking Nowhere. "42 fucks is too many. I wonder what the line is." 40 would have been fine, and then, oh no, he's gone crazy. But then the folks here at the Warner Theater were kind enough to pick me up, and I appreciate it. They have an 80 fuck limit here. I thought it was odd that the